MP keep dancing. He only hang out with the kicks and the snares. He only hang out with the kicks and the snares.
What's happening, everybody? It's 37 mph. I'm chilling with DJ. Explosive. What's happening?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Yeah, man. Welcome to our stay home edition of Kicks and Snares, where we talk about the stories behind the music.
Yes, sir.
Today's is a special episode. We get to hang out with you in person, at home. You know what I mean?
At the cribble.
Yeah, at the cribble. How's it going with you?
It's all good, my man. You know, I've just been creating.
Yeah?
Been creating, locked in. At home also.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. For those that don't know about you, can you tell us a little bit more about your work? Where do you come from?
Xplosive.dj from Sudan.
Okay.
Originally from Sudan, grew up in midday, Joburg.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, for the better part of my life.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm a record producer, man. Engineer, DJ. Yeah, just that music guy, I guess.
Nice. And then in terms of artists that you worked with, can you just list the highline and a few of your famous titles?
Yeah, there's a few, but right now I'm working with Indigo Stella.
Oh, yeah.
Primarily I'm working with Indigo Stella.
That's dope.
But yeah, I've worked on a few. I've worked with Youngster, I've worked with OK Maloons, I've worked with Double HP. A few. But right now, main focus is Indigo Stella.
Dope. And the dope thing about Explosive is that he's Ableton gang, son.
Ableton fully Ableton.
So you know, after this episode, I'm definitely gonna drop an episode where I give some of my tips, my top 5 hacks on what to do when you set up your Ableton to make sure that you got a dope workflow. But you gotta
I need them, trust.
Oh, definitely we can talk about it. That's for sure. We can talk about it after the video.
Okay.
Cool.
For sure.
Sweet. So tell us about the track that you're about to break down for us.
So this is a song I have with SPK. It's SPK featuring Indigo Stella, and then some background vocals by Soulful Clay and JVSN. JVSN.
Dope.
So yeah, produced by me, and I think we had live bass played by V on bass.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Let's get straight into it.
Okay, let's get straight into it. So I guess for me it started with the keys. I usually start most of my songs with the keys.
Yeah.
So just simple chord progression thing. This is where I started. And to be honest, I can't even tell you what key it's on, but I started with this, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So from there, once I have the keys, I found the sample, which is actually not in the song.
Yeah.
But it kind of just helped me come up with the idea, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just filled out that thing that I had going on with the keys. If you know, I think it's Kelani.
Yeah.
But never really made the song. So once I had this vibe, you know, added basic drums. It's very basic groove. So I think from here I actually called Stella.
Okay.
There was nothing
so
else.
basically when you called in the studio,
Yeah.
literally just had that loop, just
that.
command D all the
Command
way
D,
through.
yeah, literally. That's how I work.
There was no ranging.
No, I never use templates.
For real?
Yeah, like templates, I feel they're my enemy.
Got you.
So my session when I start is always clean. Like
Got
there's
you.
always just one random MIDI track.
Got you.
Yeah. So I think from there Stella came through and did this. Let me find Stella's vocals. Yeah, Stella came through and did this.
Wow.
And I feel like at that time she was just humming.
Is that a freestyle?
Yeah.
Damn.
She never writes it.
Damn.
But yeah. So from here, honestly, I feel like we have the song. Like,
Yo.
everything else is just extra. So then I come back.
Can you play us that vocal on its own?
Just the vocal.
Maybe vocals and keys. It's too dope.
Please just keep your eyes on me, Lord, please. See too many going out bad on the street.
And I layered the electric with the,
Sure.
the actual piano.
We need PJ. It's another word, my city. I say brothers getting locked up. And sisters always talking from their partners.
You know?
So
What I gotta do to get this message through to you? I'm just gonna ask you, please just keep your eyes on me. If I got
Chorus, right?
Oh,
Crazy,
yeah.
right?
yeah.
So from there, like I told you, we pretty much had the song. We muted the sample that we started with. 'Cause we don't want that smoke. We don't want that smoke, right? But it's crazy because the sample's not even in the same key as what we were doing. So it was actually clashing. It was just for me to get the vibe going
Sure.
for myself, you know?
Sure.
So we go from keys, that basic groove, and like hi-hats. So usually, you know what I usually do with hi-hats?
Yeah.
And I didn't do it here, but I usually like just shift them like a few milliseconds off,
yeah.
right? But I think here I might have done it on the you see? I might have done it on the actual MIDI. I just
Got you.
moved them up a
Got
bit.
you, got
But
you.
like always,
That's crazy.
That's always I do that.
I have never thought of that. I've never thought of doing that.
On the MIDI or on
No, on the time delay and
on the time
bringing them out. Yeah.
Yeah, because you know what, the hi-hats are always so on grid, and
Yeah.
it throws things off sometimes. So I always like shift them to the bass, because my kick is always on grid, but
Got
my
you.
bass might not be.
Got
You see what I'm saying? So I
Okay.
try like align it up with the bass,
Yeah.
and then like the groove, like it's more felt than heard, to be honest.
So dope.
Yeah.
That is so dope.
Then I don't know what this hi-hat loop is. Oh, that's same thing, literally.
Wow.
Yeah, same thing. Just going against So now from there, another very important thing for this song was like after every like 4 or 8, after every 4 I like to have like a little thing.
Yeah.
After every 8 I like to have a big thing.
Got you.
If that makes sense,
Got
you know what
got
I'm
you,
saying?
Got
Like
you, got you.
after every 4, so there's probably like this chime is very old school.
Got you.
Very,
got you.
very old school.
Got you.
Right? And then after every 8, there's always something. I don't even know what it is on this song, but there's something. This reverse symbol.
I see behind the map. I know it's bigger than that.
Nice.
So it's like a very basic song, but now, and it sounds big, but it doesn't, like the bigness of it doesn't really come from the beat.
Got
Comes
you.
from the vocals, comes from how like the vocals were processed,
Got you.
and yeah. But
How did you what was the process of processing your vocals? What was the main focus, and what did you end up settling with?
So SPK, the guy who started the song,
Mhm.
has a pretty like big
If
voice.
I ever tell it, I'ma tell it straight. I
Like,
know how
this guy has a
story
big
goes.
voice.
I already
And actually we ended up making it thinner, if
Mhm.
anything.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Because it starts with a verse, and also I hardly ever start with verses for rap songs. So it's like chorus
Chorus
then
first,
me, you
yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
For rap joints, right?
Yeah.
So we started like thin.
if
If I can
ever
play this
tell it,
now.
I'ma tell it straight.
Started with the most basic version of it, right? And then it gets this anti-climax in the in the pre-chorus, right? It's got this anti-climax, then it builds up into the chorus, the hook.
I see behind the map. I know
So if you notice, actually my plugins ain't online right now, but if you notice that the SPK vocals are very dry. Everything that happens until the chorus is very, very dry. There's no reverbs, there's no delays and stuff. It's just as is. And then when the pre-chorus comes, it starts getting bigger. It starts getting bigger. And then by the time the chorus comes, everything is on. Like the reverbs, the delays,
Got you.
the doublers,
Wow.
all the wide
Wow.
stuff, like
Sure.
it comes online.
Got
You
you.
see?
Got you.
So I feel like that makes the song progress,
Got you.
because it is like, it's a very repetitive chord progression.
Yeah. Yeah.
Literally
Very psychic,
4
yeah.
bars, you know what I mean?
Doom, doom,
Yeah. So like the progression now has to come from somewhere else. Usually it's the music that progresses, but
Yeah.
now it has to be like automation and
Got you.
maybe backing vocals or
Got
whatever.
you.
So that's where the
That's
progression
very
comes.
smart. That's very smart. Because sometimes, as producers,
Yeah.
you start with something so dope and basic
Yeah.
that you could actually just stay there.
Yeah.
Actually, one of my problems that once I landed at something basic, I tend to overcomplicate it musically.
Yeah.
What I like about your approach is that you've kept your music simple, and then you actually just you subtract.
Yeah.
And then you add on the vocal level.
Subtract
which
is a big thing for me.
That's
Like, I
I
always subtract. Like,
Yeah.
and funny enough, you say that, because like I'll have songs and then I'll just, if I can't turn everything up on the mixer,
Yeah.
and if I turn everything up and it doesn't sound dope,
Yeah.
that means those sounds don't really need
Got
to
you.
be there.
Got
You
you.
know what I mean?
Got you.
I'm so against like ambience things.
Got
Like
you.
if I can't really hear it, then
Yeah.
I don't
It's not
need it.
contributing to
It's
the track.
it's just taking up frequencies in my EQ. You know what I mean?
Got
And
you.
like that could
Got
be
you.
freed up for something.
Got you.
So yeah,
That's dope.
I use that a lot.
That's dope.
So yeah, very basic. Like I said, I was mentioning like I always have things going on after every 4. So I use that chime. Then there's this other twinkle type sound. That's just like strumming the same melody as the
Sure.
the thing.
Because you took away the pre. Because you
Yeah.
needed like an extra element. It's very clever production.
Yeah. So it's the same chord progression, but this is just like a little strum thing that's going on in the back. So, and it like kind of moves, I guess. That's my pre-chorus, right? Chorus comes on, everything is on. Oh, and I also wanted to speak about the bass, right? So this song has a live bass that goes through all the verses. And the verses and the outro. The outro is actually the biggest part of this song. We're gonna
Wow.
get it's
Yeah.
crazy, right? The outro
Yeah.
is bigger than the whole song. So yeah, we have this bass, but by the time we get to the chorus, it's not big enough, especially for this type of song. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't actually do anything. So we take that out and just use the 808. Ooh, where's my?
We forgot to.
Oh, I forgot the free. No, it's there.
It's there.
It's just super low. So we just use the 808 for the chorus. It makes it bigger, which is what we wanted. Second verse, literally same thing as the first verse. Yeah, literally same thing as the first verse. Pre-chorus hook.
Crazy.
Yeah, Stella's here. So Stella takes the second verse. Stella's voice is a bit more sweet. You know, so
Yo, Stella's talented, eh?
very talented. So yeah, she was. So after she did the chorus, I think like 2 or 3 months later, she brought the verse. So if it sounds different, it's because it is.
Got
You know what I mean?
Sure.
Yeah. So also another thing,
Wow.
you see all my plugins, like there's no plugins and it
Yeah.
sounds nice.
Yeah.
We actually mixed this like her vocal on the SSL board.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
and
Where
the
did you record
effects.
this?
Recorded it at home, but I
Yeah.
took it to a friend of mine's studio, Slam Records. You know, man.
Yeah. In
So,
Midrand.
yeah, Midrand.
Ah!
Yeah. So that's my guy.
Okay.
We went there. I was just like, I need to mix these vocals on like just on this, just
Yeah.
to see what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Yo, and it ended up sounding dope, bro. And by the time I had to leave the studio, I had no time to like take it out of stems.
Yeah.
So this is it. You know what I mean?
Shout out Maz.
It was shout out Maz. So this is like a 2-track, literally.
Yeah.
And that was the mix. We couldn't change it, couldn't do nothing on it. I don't know what I put extra, but I put some sort of channel thing, effects,
The CLA.
and a 76, and a
Yeah.
Nah, never mind. I don't think this is yeah. But you know the board, like it adds a lot of low end, like unnecessary low end.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't see me make a cut like this. Like this doesn't usually happen.
Yeah.
Where it goes up to 120. Nah, I stop like at 90 usually. That's where it is. But because of like those, just rumble.
Yeah.
So try to move that. All right. Then I think we must get into my favorite part of this, bro.
The outro.
Like the outro, right?
So I just want to make a point here. Like I just love how you like the way you construct the track. You started off the track with something very easy, simple progression. Before the big chorus, you took out a lot of layers. Like you took out the drums, and then you added a keyboard layer, and then chorus, you took out the live bass and you smashed with the 808. Impactful 808. Now it takes us to like a massive part outro, which traditionally other people would like take out and then make it sound pre-chorusy. But
so there's another thing, like someone told me like your outro must never sound like your intro.
Got you.
I don't know who told me this, but someone told me like your outro must never. And I see a lot of people that they just copy the intro and like move it to the outro and maybe filter it or like do clever shit. But I'm big on outros. I don't do them a lot, but if I do them, it's an outro, man. It must be a moment.
Boom.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for the outro, we got vocals galore. Like,
oh wow!
You know what I mean?
Wow.
For the outro, shout out to JVSN. He's crazy, like crazy vocalist. Background king.
Yeah.
Harmony king. And then Soulful Clay also. Soulful Clay did the more upfront backing vocals.
Got you.
If that even makes sense. So for the outro, still same progression, right? But
I'm just gonna ask you, please just keep your eyes on me.
But we just build on that progression. And this song has like this gospel-y vibe to it, right? So we went with it. You know what I mean?
Got you.
I just want to play you what the songs are. No processing whatsoever.
That organ.
Those muted things here. I was like, what's happening? He's trying to focus. Like the first part. And this has like no reverb or anything right now, you know? Usually the reverb is what makes it come alive. So for the outro, we just have these big vocals. We have this organ thing. That's just
that organ is the one now.
in the background.
It's taking it to a holy place, bro.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's already got the gospel thing, so it's like, why not add the organs? Why not add the strings? Why not add the little lead things? But for the most important part, right, the chorus, essentially this is all it is musically. Like bass and keys. That's all. And this is like a one take, you know what I mean?
It's too dope.
Yeah. And it was meant to sound live, not really on grid, like the rest of the song.
Yeah.
It really sounds like a different part of the song. So
That's too dope.
in my head, I was just like, let me make something that I could sample. You know what I mean? I could literally take this and make a whole different. That's my other song. You know what I mean? So
That's too dope.
why not? When you put it all together, it sounds like this.
So the track is called Eyes on Me.
The track is called Eyes on Me.
Too dope.
Yeah.
Too dope.
It's not really a gospel song, but it's got gospel feel. You know what I mean?
Loving it, man.
Yeah. That's it.
Yo, man. So where do we find this track?
This This track is actually out.
Is it out?
The song is out.
Okay, cool. So
It's a single from the next project.
For real?
Yeah.
So we're gonna put the link to the song in the description below.
Yes, sir.
Please support local music, support South African artists, support African artists as a whole, and shout out to Xplosive, man, for coming through.
Shout out to you for having me, bro.
Yeah.
37 mph. It's legendary, dog.
Kicks and snares, son. Kicks and snares. It's happening. Thank you so much. It's been this us meeting up is 2 years long overdue.
Right?
We chatted 2 years ago. We had like an online. We tried to do one again for this.
Yeah.
It just didn't work out. So
It was against us.
I'm glad that you actually came through.
Yeah.
And yeah. So please follow Xplosive on the handles below.
Yeah.
And check out Indigo Stella's music and the rest of his music. He dropped a dope album in 2020, right?
Yeah.
And this
Mixtape.
A mixtape.
Mixtape.
Yeah, you dropped
Never album. Never album.
yeah. So shout outs. Thank you so much for coming through. If you like this kind of content, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We need we need as much support as possible. Share it with your homies. If you like this type of stuff, send it to a producer friend. Get in touch with us. Get in touch with Xplosive if you want some production work. He's an amazing professional. Thanks for watching. See you guys next week.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Mpho